sputtering to rise, the world took a spin as life stirred and yawned to end its slumber of waiting to begin. The sun grinned a wise smile, knowing the mission. Sun understood all would wait for single self-vision. God laughed and smacked his son Jesus' knee, sharing his glee that it would not be long until humanity. Jesus smiled and with a wink rubbed his chin, watching from the future. They both knew what fix to begin. The wind-swept planets stirred some rust dust. Many eons passed before the monkey's evolution was discussed. Both silver, blue, cool, and yellow-orange hot, the Earth's light steadily nurtured humanity, a special homey spot. After some time, the Earth's plates gyrated, mountains birthed valleys, and streams cut rivers unabated. God and his Son smiled while the angels applauded. The blue seas twinkled as they rolled and yawed. Adam and Eve propagated, then Abraham trekked as milk and honey baited. Noah and his critter-filled ark floated, and Joseph toiled, colorfully coded. The tribes aged 50 generations with his wise rations, so Moses could fight the Pharaoh with his army of nations. John baptized as Jesus chastised, waiting to suffer humanity's pain to purge evil from their brain. Jewish Christians missioned a journey, apostle led to Roman tyranny. Nero flamed and fiddled and blamed. Many rulers turned away blind-eyed until Charlemagne cried. Popes took charge with errors looming large, all for goodness sake, forgetting to give Muslims a break. Humanity's evil still had a twitch. The armies marched, scratching an itch, to fight to the death with a fevered pitch. Humanity's lifelong fight on earth began way back in the days of Clovis, a grudge to end all the evil times and so many of us. Love spurned by all as Jesus waited heroically through to modern times. He even throttled some war crimes. In the end, was it all for naught? Or was the end truly humanity's start? This is the question that drove me to write the book about the end of humanity. Many diverse perspectives give multiple definition to humanity's earthbound plight. This is my perspective, which will please few, but hopefully stir some consideration in all my readers. I hope you enjoy this as much as I enjoyed writing it. Thank you. Hi, I'm Coleman Weeks, and I'm the author of The End of Humanity. I spent the majority of my life in southwest Florida counties of Florida, or Lee and Collier. My ancestors helped settle Florida, and I grew up outdoors, hunting, fishing, swimming, playing, or spending time on construction sites working with my father. I've been married since I was a teenager, and a father as well. Today, my wife of over 30 years, Lori, and I have 4 children and 13 grandchildren. I'd like to share with you an interview which I offer to my fellow authors to answer and post on my blog. Firstly, I bond with the characters that I write with, but it's not dominating to my next story. I could not help myself from enjoying my characters, as many of them share traits with my loved ones and friends. It's part of my creative process to consider if someone famous or a person I'm familiar with would act or look like the character that I needed to look and have that feel that that character has. It's important. Do you provide your own proofing and grammatical finishing work? Well, at this time I do, unless someone else is publishing it. I have a few friends that are publishing, and they like to edit before they publish, so they're working on the best work possible. But usually I do my own editing and publishing and sales. My wife is supportive of my work, and it causes friction. Writing seems to take up more of my time and interest, which does get on Lori's nerves. She's supportive, she loves me, but it can be a pain sometimes. I guess that's part of marriage, is putting up with the ups and downs. Being an author keeps my mind active and grows my knowledge. As my writing improves, so does my ability to research. New information and technologies keep me on my toes. It keeps me growing. My writing procedure is exactly going into a cave. I turn the music down to barely audible and lose hours in my work. I like to have all of my concentration focused on what I'm writing and what I'm thinking about, and I want what I'm thinking about what I'm writing. And so really I just make it my computer and my brain and me, and some music down real well. I always ask if they have anybody that reads their work to critique it before they publish. And for me, I do. I belong to an excellent authors group. And sometimes I blog my books as I compose them, which makes all the excerpts available to the readers. It also gives me an opportunity to edit again. And as many times as you run through and edit your work, the better off you are. I do have some hobbies. I read and write, cook and eat. My newest book titles are Jungle Heat and The Emporium. They're both fictional. I sell my own books and author services. Book Tango and Amazon, Kindle Publishing, and Mars Social is currently publishing a book as well, Cracker Tales, segmentally, and will ebook and format it digitally. They may possibly retail it as well. I host several group blogs, and I invite you to comment and post a guest blog or provide your book and author information on our group author pages. I reach out to other authors because I like to learn from people that are doing the work that I want to do. I want to do it as an art. I want to do it as well as I can. And I like helping people. It's such a challenge, especially for us indies. There's millions of us that are publishing, and then there's maybe 1 billion of us that are writing, probably more. And those who aspire to write. And so it's a huge community. And I enjoy socializing in that community. It has a lot of folks that are nice, and they're intellectual. They're intelligent, and there's so many different classes of fictional genre and nonfiction, and how people approach their work, and how they finish it. And I even gain perspective from how artists paint and how artists create their whatever art they're working in, whatever medium they enjoy. And so thank you today for taking the time to watch my video. And if you get a chance, please review my book, The End of Humanity. It's a very interesting perspective on life, and it's one that I think is plausible. Thank you, and I hope you have a great day.